What's happening, people? It's your boy, Brother Winston. Today we're going to be talking about how the United States says you own your home. You own this property. But in reality, and this is a very important video, I hope that you guys can please watch this video to the end. I'm not just saying this because I'm on YouTube, but it is really true. You need to watch this video to the end. At the end of the day, the time that we're living in right now, of these data centers, anybody's home can be taken from them. Okay? To me, the United States of America is good things in this nation, yes, but it's also a trash country. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I love God. I don't love the United States. I love God. That's who I love. Okay, I don't love this nation. Land in the free, home of the brave. That's a joke. Let's hit play and look at this smoke. Let's go.
Imagine waking up one day and being told the home your family has lived in for years is going to be demolished to help power the AI boom, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. That is what is happening to some homeowners in Georgia. They've been given an ultimatum: sell your home or the state will take it. Utility giant Georgia Power is planning to build a new
Okay. Sell your home or we gonna take that home. It's as simple as that. Sell your home. We don't care what's going on. Sell it or we gonna take that. Let's continue.
transmission line so it can handle new data centers. Skylar Henry has more from a county just outside Atlanta.
Right, I'm a single mom. I worked hard for everything.
How do you put a price on a home you never intended to sell? One filled with more than 2 decades of memories.
I think I was 5 or 6 when this was built.
The yard where you buried your pets. The greenhouse that fed your family.
When you talk about what being on this property means to you,
Yeah,
right? It's y'all's.
it's ours. It's our family. We belong here.
I'm going to stop this to talk to some of the folks that don't own a home, okay? To say, continue to watch this video. Because you may be thinking to yourself, or like a lot of people I'm sure who saw this may be thinking to themselves, at least you own a home. We are renting. We don't own a home. Y'all own a home. Y'all crying in XYZ, but y'all own a home. But it's deeper than that, because it's not just about the fact that they have the privilege to own a home. It's about the fact that what is happening to them and how this nation is allowing this. Mind you, these data centers and all this kind of stuff could be just like a fad, which could just disappear. They could come up with new technology and realize they don't really need this stuff. And they don't need all of this space, okay? Which they probably will come up with some new technology shortly, all right? But they've taken your land and everything from you. Let's hit play here.
Ansley Brown's childhood home likely won't be here much longer. That's because the state's largest utility, Georgia Power, says it needs the area to make way for a 35-mile-long transmission line.
Georgia Power has been here for as long as Ansley's mother has owned this property. It's just beyond the tree line. Now, with the expansion of this latest project, they're looking to take the 2.5 acres the house sits on.
Georgia Power says increasing demand has outpaced the capacity of its existing grid, and building a new transmission line requires acquiring more than 300 parcels of land, including residential properties.
What did your mom tell you she wanted for this property to be?
Generational wealth, true generational wealth was the idea, and now it's being stripped from us.
Georgia Power estimates 70 to 80% of the power on this new line is expected to help serve data centers. It says the remaining 20 to 30% of power will serve the state's growing.
See right there? The purpose for that is for the data centers. All right. These physical places, okay, these physical machines and that basically help these companies hold a bunch of data. Now, mind you, a lot of these data centers and things like that, a lot of it has to do with, not all of them, but some of them are for Bitcoin and mining of different types of crypto and so on and so forth. Some of these data centers just for different type of things, but some of them are definitely for mining certain types of crypto, because you actually need high power computers and certain things to break down some of these sequences and things that need to be broken down to actually get these centers. That's why they don't tell a lot of folks when they talk about these data centers and why they actually need them. Okay, it's not just a center for storage and so on and so forth. Now, some companies do need these centers for storage of a wide variety of information, and of course the internet is expanding and so on and so forth. This is another question I gotta ask y'all too. Why is it that they always talk about making a data center, right, but they never talk about making a data center underground? That's something I always wonder. Like, I even heard a story the other day that I think it was somewhere in Asia, they actually are making data centers underwater. Okay, But for some reason, they can't think to do nothing like that over here. But let's hit play, y'all.
Residential and commercial demand.
Georgia Power told us that they feel as if they've done this process responsibly. What would you say to that?
I disagree. You can't tear down 35 miles of rural Georgia and it not hurt something or somebody. And to say that you're doing it in the name of data centers is a slap in the face to us, our community, our animals.
Brown's mother recently came to an agreement with Georgia Power to sell. Brown says if she didn't, the utility could have sought to acquire her property through eminent.
And of course, the way they was this CBS Good Morning, whatever it's called this morning. Look how they worded. She came up with an agreement to sell. No, they said sell or we're going to take you home. It's as simple as that. Okay, it's just like the mob coming around because America is a type of mob. It's actually bigger than the mob. All right. And they said, look, we're going to take that home. We don't care what memories you have. Okay. We don't care about that. I thought I owned this land. No, you don't own a thing. We own it. Okay. We just allow you to rent on it. No, but I'm not renting anymore. I'm an owner. No, you're a renter. That's what it is. You're always a renter here in America. Okay.
Domain, a legal process that allows private property to be taken with compensation for projects determined to serve a public purpose.
All power generation starts somewhere.
Holly Lovett is a Georgia Power spokesperson.
Eminent domain is always, a last resort for us, and it's something we never want to do.
To us, it's theft. It's literally a billion-dollar company stealing land from smaller people who can't fight back. We don't have the money to fight Georgia Power.
So that's why a few months ago, Ansley took her story to TikTok.
My childhood home is being taken by Georgia Power.
She began sharing stories of others in similar situations.
What is it taking from her? Look behind me. It's taking this entire backyard.
What do you say to someone who will push back on any sort of offer that's out there and say, well, a price tag can't replace memories?
Oh gosh, it almost makes me emotional because I have those memories in my house, and I get how deeply personal people's homes are. I would just...
You see when she said that, she was almost looking off like, I get it, but you're looking off because you really don't get it, because your house is fine or wherever you live at is fine, but theirs is in jeopardy and theirs has been taken.
Say that we see you and we hear you, and
she's like, well, say, I don't know, because it's not happening to me. You know what I mean? You say, well, she's just a spokesman for the company. Yeah, but she's a spokesman for the company. She could be doing anything else with her life, but she's decided to be a spokesman for the company. She knew that they were doing this, and she continued to be a spokesman for the company. She knew that this station wanted to interview someone, and she decided to go on and be a spokesman and speak up for the company for them doing this deplorable stuff on TV.
We want this process to be respectful and transparent, and that is going to ultimately benefit.
That's laughable that she can say we want the process to be respectful. How is the whole process is being disrespectful? Okay, it's the equivalent of somebody coming up to you and saying, I'm going to take advantage of you in a, I don't want to say the word, but it's SE, the rest, okay, because I want this video to be seen, but I want to take advantage of you in that way. But let's make sure that when I do this to you, that it's done in a respectful manner. Some things just cannot be done in a respectful manner. I just gotta be honest with
you.
Brown doesn't buy that. And while she knows it's too late to save her home, she says she doesn't want to see this happen to anyone else.
My mom wants an apology. She wants an apology from Georgia Power. That's it.
So the people are brought down from and brought down to, they're brought down from, we're going to stand against you. The answer is no to, can we just get an apology? Can you just say sorry? Let's see if Georgia Power is going to say sorry.
It's because of how she feels as if she's been treated.
Yeah. I mean, for an entire year, they have bullied her. And there is no sorry. So that's what we want. We want an apology from Georgia Power.
When asked if the utility company is willing to apologize, Georgia Power told us they have worked hard to be transparent, negotiate in good faith, and make this process as easy as possible.
Again, the exact same thing. Now, the answer should have been, we will apologize and we're sorry. But they won't apologize because they're not sorry. It's as simple as that. This video actually was easier than I thought it was going to be, y'all. If you like the content, hit the like button. Okay, so the video can be seen. Share this video. The biggest thing you can do to help people see this video. Okay, y'all, my small YouTube channel. By sharing my videos, you help my videos get out there. Okay, hit the like button if you watch the video. It can help me, and I could even get some money from this video through monetization on YouTube if a lot of people watch it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm a community organizer myself. I have 2 community groups here in Philadelphia. So when I saw this story, it definitely did touch me, knowing how it is myself personally to stand against big groups like, for example, here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, with large developers, and seeing how they try to stomp on people, how they have done that in a city like Philadelphia, where there's been a lot of gentrification, where I've seen where a lot of our city has been gentrified. It could be worse, but it's still not good here, okay? You think about cities like New York and other places where they've been highly gentrified, where whole communities have been just pushed out. You know, I just think about when I'm seeing this and how it's not necessarily gentrification, but it's more so, well, it is gentrification for the sake of robots and technology, okay? They say they're doing it for the sake of data centers. So for the sake of technology, human beings are being moved out of the way. And like I said, all of this in a few years could be deemed to be not even necessary. And after all of that, these folks don't even care. They don't care if they take your last dime, as long as they can make more money. It's as simple as that. They're big organizations, and the United States lets them do it. Okay, lets them do it. I think eminent domain should be against the law. The fact that you can steal somebody's land they worked maybe their whole life for, you could just steal that from them and take it from. And then also, I like how they say, oh, if eminent domain is exercised, people have to receive compensation. Well, what compensation? See what I'm saying? How is that even figure? Especially with the rising cost of living and everything else and purchasing houses, you think they're going to give them the highest? You think if someone finds a house for, you know, of course, a lot of money, because depending on where you were at, it could be a lot of money. A lot of these houses today cost a lot of money. You think that Georgia Power or whoever would say, okay, we're going to give you all the money that you asked for with eminent domain? Absolutely not. They would find a way to give you the least amount of money, okay? And that's the reason why these people are selling and going and trying to. It's also, I gotta say this too, trying to sell. Well, essentially, I guess with in this situation, because they're taking the land, they're basically saying sell it to us or whatever. Either way, they're basically selling it to them, no matter how you look at it. Okay, now they're going to sell it to anybody else because they're taking the land. I just thought they were about to say sell it to somebody else, but they really can't do that. But either way, they're not going to get any big money, and they have to hope and pray that they could possibly get enough money to actually buy another house in this economy. You understand what I'm saying? And like the people mentioned in the video, the fact that you can have people buried or animals buried even in that land, and they're saying, listen, we don't care about that. We want to make more money. It's the heart of what America is built upon. This nation, the people praise it and praise the 250th anniversary of this nation being stolen, okay, from the natives that were in this land. I always say that. I won't stop saying that. At the end of the day, this nation is covered with the blood of slaves. Okay, my ancestors, who I don't even know what their names are. Yet these people, they can go back 10 generations to know who their names are of their grandfathers, great-great-great-grandfathers, but I can't. Because my grandfathers were killed and thrown like trash, okay, with no headstone, no gravestone, just thrown like trash in the ground and stepped over, and other slaves had to work over their bodies. That's the reason why the United States is successful today. And it's as simple as that. While others, the natives of the nation, were pushed on reservations and killed and murdered also and shot. All right. They came over here and said, oh, we like this land. And the natives said, well, we don't consider the land to be ours. This is everyone's land. And they said, oh, we agree with that. It is everyone's land. Now you guys go over there on these places that we've designed for you guys. While we take this land, you can't come back over here. If you do, we will shoot you with our guns, which you don't have. That's what really happened. All right. And today it's the exact same thing. It's what America has been built upon, the blood of the innocent. Thank you for watching. It's your boy, Brother Winston, back at it again. God bless.